Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber and you always come back to view my content, and if you're like weni mgeni hapa, karibu sana, huwa tunakaribisha wageni, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel when you like ukimaliza watch this video, or even continue watching my video, please consider subscribing. Now I'm Lina Crate, and I'm here with another video, another discussion, and I hope you will be with me until the end of the video. Yeah, so today's discussion, I'm going to discuss about some lessons I learned from my parents' marriage. My parents wamekuwa in their marriage for almost 30 something or 20 something if I'm not wrong, and they're my biggest role models, by the way, and they've I've seen them to me grow in their marriage setup, and me being now in a marriage, okay, there are some of the lessons that I have learned from my parents, and those are the things that I'm going to share with you today. And I hope you'll enjoy the video. And on to my first point, what I really learned from my parents' marriage is that communication, number one, because I used to see them communicate in a way that it's pleasing. By the way, walikuwa wamejua ku handle things, and walikuwa na communicate very well, and most of the time, by the way, kama walikuwa wamekosana ama walikuwa na something they are dealing with, but they wangetuonesha there is something. I don't know if you understand my point, because they really knew how to communicate in their marriage. Na it's that's one lesson that, and na ningependa also in my marriage to kwena that good communication, in a way that as we bring up our children, sisi pia to bring our children in a way that they see us as their role model. Yeah, and number two is how they solved their issues. My parents were solve their issues very nicely, very maturely. Okay, sometimes walikuwa wanakosana, but okay, you can see in their faces, una feel how watu they are not in good terms, but there is no single way that wangebishana mbele yetu, and that was everything, cause ingecha wangekuwa wanabishana, maybe they are fighting in front of us. Who knows kama sahi tungekuwa, even us in a happy marriages, tungekuwa tuna reflect back, for me ningekuwa na reflect back nasema seeing maybe for example my dad beating my mom, ningekuwa hata sahi maybe singekuwa in marriage. You understand? So me, I loved the way they solved their issues. Ungepata if there is something bothering their marriage, wangekuwa they go to their bedroom, solve their issues. And again, my parents were so religious, walikuwa leaders in church, so they used to maybe go to one of the leaders, and in our church, unajua ukienda kwa leaders, they help you solve your marriage issues, because yeah, walikuwa they knew how to solve their issues, and that was just one thing I admired in my parents' marriage or relationship. Another thing that I can connect with solving their issues is respect. They respected us in terms of maybe not fighting in front of us. Me, I think I can say they respected us as much as we were kids. They were so cautious in terms of atufai kuona something is going on between them, as much as we used to see. I don't know if you understand, but they respected us in terms of no, let's not our children, let's not do this in front of our children. So they also respected each other, they respected us, and mom and dad, wherever you are, just know that your marriage impacted me in so many ways, and I really appreciate, and I always pray that maybe one day or even now that I'm in marriage, I'll continue like following your steps until maybe one day death do us part with my husband. Yeah. Another thing I can say is guys, my parents used to go for these dates. Unajua bedhe wanasemanga treat your partner the same way you first met that partner. Okay, mi nilikuwa one lesson bedhe nimelan, another lesson nimelan from my parents' marriage is that dates and outs are very important in marriage. Because me, I used to see my dad and like anapigia my mom simu anamwambia like get ready, I'm taking you somewhere. So you see, hizo vitu zilikuwa like zinafanya na feel like maybe one day I just pray that God anipe that one man who can always see my worth and always spend time with me. So that's another thing I learned about about marriage. I learned that dates and outings are very important in marriage. And yeah, it's because I always saw my parents go for dates. Sometimes wanaenda like my dad just knew a way of just kutoa my mom kwa nyumba. Neza mwambia we like anampigia simu anamwambia I'm meeting kuja sehemu fulani, and you find themselves going for dates and maybe wanakuja asubuhi. So ilini like hiyo ni lesson moja nililearn, because again ina strengthen your marriage, because unajua tena mkienda hizo ma dates you share a lot kwa the two of you, because you're only the two of you. Or sometimes you go for this like in our church, as I've said, kulikuwa na hizi ma retreats, ma marriage retreats, couples meetings and stuff. So mnapata walikuwa sometimes as a church they organize something like that, something like a retreat. So mnapata parents wanaenda. So unaona mkienda place kama huko you learn a lot. And so sometimes those dates entailed those retreats and stuff, and ili make them learn so much about marriage that again they used to come and just share with us, as much as also we were kids, they used to come and share with us some of the zile tu vitu important zenye tungefaa tujue tukigrow in marriage, what you should do and what you should not do. Another thing I can say is I admired the fact that they were religious, and my dad angekosa service, or even my mom, like ilikuwa inafika Sunday and kila mtu ako kwa mood ya church. Hiyo ilikuwa inani motivate. And my parents used to like give us that environment of religion, tukua tunaenda church. So unaona, those are some of the lessons again I learned, that unafaa like in marriage unafaa include God, unafaa include like religious people, because without God nothing is like possible in marriage, because sometimes mna fight, sometimes mna like mkona challenges, but if you involve God in all this, nothing can like when God is involved, hakuna kitu itawashinda. Some of the lessons I learned, and I don't know about you guys, you can always comment and tell me some of the lessons you learned in your parents' marriage and how you like want to put it in your daily lives or in your daily marriages. And yeah, so if you haven't like subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel, and please watch my previous videos, because I'll always bring you new videos, new discussions, new lessons. And until next time, see you in my next video. Bye.